Racing on Friday takes place out at Fairview Racing on the Poly track. 8 races on the program, and race number 1 is set to get underway at 12:30 over the 1200 meter trip. Joining me on the line is Grant Paddock. And Grant, how you been?
Morning Rahil, morning punters. All good this side. Very, very hot day in the Eastern Cape. There is some headwind coming through for tomorrow's racing, quite a stiff headwind, so punters need to look at that. But otherwise, weather's excellent for the visitors here, and hopefully we can get the punters off to a winning start to the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. The first race, maiden plate fillies and mares, and we've got joint favourites at the time of recording. Number 1, Million Reasons, and number 7, Alado's Habit, both at 2-1. 28-10 about Time in Paris, 7-2 Sweet Nothings, and then it is double figure odds about the balance. So those are the 4 horses in single figures, Grant. What's your thinking here?
Rahil, I was very, very impressed with Alado's Habit first run. She can only come on from that, and she's got to be a very, very big runner from the 1 draw. She was a bit green first time out, but ran on very well. I think she'll take a power of beating. Million Reasons, number 1 from the Mitchley Yard, been a little bit quiet of late, but she's had numerous chances. She's holding steady form now. Kelvin up from a 4 draw. She's probably going to be the biggest danger to Alado's Habit. And then obviously the 2 newcomers, Sweet Nothings and Time in Paris, will round up the quartet. The bipod, you only need 1 and 7, but I'm strong in the camp of Alado's Habit, and I think she'll win the first. Tipping at 7, 1, 3 and 2, Rahil.
1 and 7, the numbers that you need for leg 1 off that bipod. Moving along to race number 2 next. This is set to get underway at 1. It is the start of the place accumulator. Maiden plate fillies and mares, 1600 meters the distance. Angel of My Heart and number 5, Oh Mandy, that's both at 5-2. Number 1, Like a Butterfly at 3-1. Number 3, Beijing Boulevard at 5-1. It's then 11-2 and better bar those. Now, this filly, Oh Mandy, last time out, I actually thought she was in the right type of race to win, and she just didn't really get involved in the race. But she finished off it quite nicely in 3rd. I think the extra will suit her. But what's your thinking here?
Yeah, 100%, Rahil. She's found the right race. She blew the start very slow out of the pens, and that cost her the race. She ran on very, very well. This is a lot weaker. It's a very bad fillies race. This is a scratching of the 7 Countess Q. But Oh Mandy's one of the better bets on the card. I think she'll start quite a lot shorter than 5-2. Big, big runner. Main dangers here, Angel of My Heart. Probably been sharpened up, stepped back in trip to the mile now. She's probably going to be the biggest danger. The horse that can improve, you're going over a bit of a trip now, Regina Lou, number 10 from the Zitzman Westhuizen Yard. She's got to be there and thereabouts as well. And then obviously Maxi Girl holding a little bit of form from the Sharon Kotzen Yard. But I'm very strong on her, Mandy. I think she'll take a power of beating. Hopefully they can get her into the race. But she's drawn 1, and Chase knows her now. So very, very strong on her, Mandy. And I think she'll win this one. I'm tipping at 5, 2, 6 and 10. And my place accumulator numbers are 2 and 5.
2 and 5 in leg 1 off the PA. Moving along to race number 3 next. This is the start of the pick 6. Fillies and mares, 82 handicap over 1200 meters. 13:40 is the off time. Favorite number 2, Woman of Power at 12-10. It is 4-1 about number 5, Call to Glory. Number 8, Mishavy at 5-1. 11-2 about Kabonka P. And then it is double figure odds about the balance. Now number 2, Woman of Power, is a filly that, if I'm not mistaken, you were in a camp 2 starts back, and then even last time out, perhaps, Grant. And this horse now gets the services of Richard Free from a 4 draw. She looks ready to win, and having not got a penalty for last 2 runs, that's obviously a huge positive as well.
Yeah, Rahil, best bet on the card by an absolute mile. 12-10, very good value. Probably start closer to 7-10 race time. Very good double. Oh Mandy onto Woman of Power. Very, very good run last time out. Jockey never used the whip. Jockey strike now. Richard Fourie up. Good draw at 4. Very hard horse to beat. 3rd run after a race. Everything's in her favour. Carbon Copy, I thought she'd be 2nd favourite. I thought she was a little bit big. Nice place odds there and a very good exacta. They'll run 1-2. Miss Shabai will probably end up filling up the trifectas. But nap on the day, Woman of Power. The horse to take into your doubles and trebles. She'll take a hell of a lot of beating. I'm tipping at 2, 1, 8 and 3, Rail.
Race number 3, all in here with horse number 2, Woman of Power at 12 to 10. Moving along to race number 4 now. Race 4 is a start of Jackpot 1, 2:15 is the off time. It's an MR 66 handicap of the 1200 meter trip. And number 5, Walk on the Wild Side is your favorite at 12 to 10. 3 to 1 Charlie Malone, 5 to 1 Seattle Ripper, 10 to 1 and better bar those. Now, Grant, I must be honest, I haven't seen a horse at Fairview make up this amount of ground in a very long time. And the manner in which this filly quickened up on debut, I know there wasn't a lot in the race and her royalty did come through to win next time out. But this filly absolutely quickened up like a good thing to win. I mean, making up 14 lengths in the straight, not an easy task, but she was able to do that.
Yeah, 100% Rahil. She really finished with a wet sail. I couldn't believe there was no money for her that day. She was so open up favourite and drifted off the boards, and she won extremely well. She really did. It's obviously a hell of a lot tougher now. Not just against the girls, she's up against the boys, but she's probably in the right division. You know, a lot of these boys have been trying for a long time to get it over the line. But, you know, I've got a policy. I always have a look at a horse first time out of the maidens. I don't really get involved in them. But she really, really did win a good race and a beautiful looking filly as well. Charlie Malone, probably going to be her biggest danger. He's a very honest horse, and Gavin's got his yard in a very good way at the moment. And he's got to be there and thereabouts as well. Biggest danger to it. And then my value bet on the day, this horse Revilius, who ran on very well last time out, and it's got to be a very decent runner in a field like this, dropping down to the 66 level. Punters just need to have a look at him going down to the start. Can be a bit scratchy at times, but at 12.5 to 1 is definitely some value there. Rahil, my PA numbers are 1, 3 and 5, and I'm tipping at 3, 5, 1 and 7.
3, 5, 1 and 7, the numbers here in race number 4 for Grant. But the value bet, horse number 1, Revilius at 12 to 1. Moving along to race number 5 next. This is set to get underway at 14:50. And the 5th race is an MR 80 handicap over 1,000 meters, the start of Jackpot 2. Your favorite is number 2, Executor at 2 to 1. Number 6, Notrix is at 5 to 1. Number 5, Ella's Delight at 6 to 1. 7 to 1, Tuscan Gold, Swiss Walt. And then it is 8 to 1 and better bar those. Now, Executor finished 4th last time out. I thought quite a decent performance. Rich free now in the irons, but Grant, I don't know. I get the feel that this race could be the type of race where we can see the favourite get beat.
Yeah, 100%. Tricky, very, very tricky races. Executor, very, very quick filly. 61 against the boys is not going to be easy for her. There's no doubt about that. But she's definitely a runner. Tuscan Gold is what I like here from the Smith Yard with Craig Zaki up. Very nice run last time out. Ella's Delight, a very good run in a Pinnacle Plate last time out, and she can run a drum here too. And then Notorix holding some decent form as well. Tricky race in all the exotics here. A person needs to go very wide in the pick 6. My place accumulator, I've gone 2, 3 and 6, and I'm tipping at 3, 2, 6 and 5 Rahil in quite a tricky setup.
Yeah, I think even a horse like number 7, Purple Operator from gate number 1 could get involved, could get a nice run in transit, and could be one right there at the finish. But a very competitive race is the 5th on the card. Race number 6, this is an MR 80 handicap over 1,400 meters. 3 is the off time. Number 2, Mo the Man, 2 to 1. Number 4, Cheeky Laddie at 5 to 2. 3 to 1. Number 3, Pedro, 10 to 1, and better bar those. Now, this horse, Cheeky Laddie, his form lines that he brings is very, very strong. I mean, he's been running behind some decent sorts. 6 lengths to that horse, Cafe Culture, is a cracking run. And first run in the Eastern Cape, Grant, if he takes to the poly track and gets himself into the race, I think that he's a horse that they all need to beat.
Yeah, 100% Rahil. Very, very strong Cape form lines. He's only been here 30 days. I'm sure he's had a look at the poly by now. Dean would have had him on the track. There's no doubt about that. He's got to beat this horse, Mo the Man, eh? Having his 3rd run here now, Cherry Ripe, a very good run last time out with Charles. Once again, a jockey stripe. Richard has jumped aboard. And then you have Pedro, a horse that's running in form as well. And probably Arturo to round up the quartet. Mo the Man, Cheeky Laddie, the top 2 for me, definitely. There's no doubt about that. And Pedro to fill that up. I'm tipping at 2, 3, 4 and 6.
2, 3, 4 and 6, the numbers in race number 6 for Grant. Moving along to race number 7, penultimate race on the program. Fairview 1900, and this is set to get underway at 4 o'clock. Having a look at the market for race 7. Number 1, Bingwa at 5-2. It is 3-1 about number 4, East Coast. 4-1, Fire Alley. 11-2, Cherry Anu. It's then 7-1 and Better Ball. Those. Now, Bingwa ran a very pleasing race on local debut, went second behind Passchendaele, and I think he would have come on a ton with that run under the belt, and now going 1900 meters. I think will suit him, but Grant, this horse, East Coast, could be the one to beat.
Yeah, well, I still think at the weights, Fire Alley still got them dead. You know, he's a horse that's in absolutely superb form. He won the Algoa Cup. He came out and won another non-black type race straight after that over a mile. He's in wonderful form. From a one draw, he's going to be a massive runner with Marco up. Marco's riding really well. East Coast, definitely his biggest danger. Very good first run year. Having his second run in PE, always tricky. And then obviously Bingwa and Cherry Anu. Cherry Anu is definitely a better horse on grass, but he had a very good run last time out on the poly over a mile. And Bingwa stepping up from 1400 to the 19 is a question mark for me. I'm not 100% sure if he'll get the 19. But yeah, I'm solid on Fire Alley and East Coast. I think they'll run 1, 2, and the top 4 in there will suffice in the pick 6. I'm tipping at 3, 4, 2, and 1. My PA numbers being the 3 and the 4.
It could be a nice exacta to play over numbers 3 and 4, Fire Alley and East Coast. Fire Alley looking for 3 in a row, and East Coast looking to go one better than he did last time out. Race number 8, final race on the day. This is a maiden plate over 1900 meters. 16:35 is the off time, and your favorite in the lucky last is number 8, All About Love, at 7-10. Number 7, Kinnick is at 5-1. Madeira Cliffs is at 6-1. It's then double figure odds about the balance. Now, this was All About Love. He was rolled once again last time out, and I remember we did the show together that day, Grant, and we were strong in the camp of this horse, but he got beaten. Yeah, from 11 draw, by the looks of it, they're going to have to give him a chance once again, but he steps up to 1900 meters, which could be in his favor.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's in his favor. You can't pick a weaker field than this, I must be honest with you. Am concerned about this coughing story after his run, so now stepping up to 1900 from draw 11. It's pretty simple for those players that are doing the pick 6. It's either bank of the 8 or the field. It's very, very shallow after that. He's cost me a lot of money. I'm going to give him one more chance stepping up in trip. Hopefully they switch him off and there's a decent pace on, which there normally is in the last race on the day on the poly. So All About Love from the Snaith Yard with Furry up to win it. I'm tipping the 2 Madeira Cliffs, a lovely first run here. That can improve on that. The 11 Cheap Thrills with a nice low weight. We've got to just see if she's going to run. She did run last week. She's got to be there and thereabouts. And then Fearless Badger is probably the horse that's going to go out and show them the way and could maybe get away with it. But yeah, it's All About Love for me in the last. We're bankering in the place accumulator, but as I say, those other punters that don't like bankering in the last, unfortunately you're going to have to take the field. I'm tipping it 8-2, 11 and 3. Yeah,
8-2, 11 and 3. Yeah, All About Love. Well, at 7-10, it's all up to you if you're going to take those odds about this horse. But hopefully he can deliver the goods and go one better than he did at his last start. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now, and Grant will take us through his suggested bet. He stepped up a place accumulator for the meeting on Friday. Grant, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rahil. My best bet, race 3, number 2, Woman with Power. My value bet, race 4, number 1, Revilius, and the suggested bets of place accumulator goes as follows. We open up with 2 and 5, by banker 2, by 1-3-5, by 2-3-6, by 2 and 3, by 3 and 4, by banker 8.
That is Grant Paddock's place accumulator. Grant, thanks very much for your time. All the best. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much, Rahil, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
All the best with racing on Friday out at Fairview.